Today we are at the San Diego Botanic Gardens, which is in Encinitas. We have not been to this one yet. We've been to the Japanese gardens, but not to the botanical gardens.
We've not seen one before where everything is hanging like this.
This is the conservatory, yeah, hanging from the roof.
Oh no, different ones.
This is the children's garden here.
It has something called a dragon. It's very like, it's kind of like this. Creepy and like, you know, like the Wicked Witch of the West.
Trying to get pictures and video here, but we've got a couple of women following us that are talking quite loudly. So I will try to get as much of this as I can. This is the vegetable garden here. There are restrooms conveniently located here too as well. After you come in the entrance, they're not too far. There's some pretty trees up ahead of us. One right up there, really pretty tree. And this tree is huge. And it's really impressive, the flowers and the color to it.
Very long time.
We haven't seen a sign for this tree, but it is enormous. Just look at the trunk here and the branches coming off of it. So it's obviously been here a long time. If you know what this is, make a note in the comments.
Same. They're the same type. The one in the middle is bigger. The one on each end is smaller, but I think they're all the same type of tree.
Yeah, these pretty red leaves or red flowers. A lot of nice shade trees out here.
It's already all the six, so a little more.
And again, that big, huge tree there. This appears to be the same type of tree that we saw back there, maybe not as big. It's still got a pretty good sized trunk.
The flowers are slightly different. Orange on the left, more pink on the right.
Yeah,
But I think it's the same kind of tree.
and then look at this huge one here. Evergreen, I guess it is. A lot of big trees here. And this is on a hillside. There's a lot of Encinitas. Here's another interesting looking tree with an interesting looking tree trunk.
Again, no sign. I don't know what the tree is. The signs are all on the bushes and the ground cover. They have signs, but the trees don't have signs.
Yeah, that's too bad. That's a shade here. It's a pretty one. As is this one. Some nice color up there. This is a nice shady park to walk in. Lots of shade, lots of benches. And lots of color. This is most likely a eucalyptus tree that's been chopped up because the one next to it is, which is exactly what is responsible right now for my allergies, because in the RV park we're staying in, there are eucalyptus trees all over the place and they are dropping things on top of our RV. Interesting how it was chopped off.
I do know that eucalyptus is not native to California. The trees were planted by the Spaniards, and they were planted in long lines between the farms, between the growing areas and the farms. The problem with eucalyptus is it has a lot of oil, and it's so very easily catches fire, and it also takes a lot of water to grow eucalyptus. So those are good reasons for eucalyptus to not be here in California, and when they get too big like this one, you have to cut them down because they're very unstable. We were at another RV park where a lot of eucalyptus were cut down, including a very large one that was in the center of the lawn, and a lot of people just had a fit that the big eucalyptus was cut down, but they grow very fragile in old age, and you wouldn't want to be under one of these when it falls.
It's a very cool day here to come to, even though there's lots of shade trees. It's 75 degrees and a lot better than what we had when we were in Goodyear, the RV park there, and 111. I would say that even though this goes uphill, it is paved most of the way, so it is wheelchair accessible in my opinion.
This is the mother-in-law tree. Ha 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 ha. Just kidding, it's not the mother-in-law tree. It's actually the Queensland bottle tree, according to the sign. Some of these trees here have signs on them, so there we go. Queensland bottle tree. It can grow 50 feet tall with a swollen bottle-shaped trunk. You wouldn't want to be under this when it falls either, if it falls.
The end of this plant has a leaf on there that has got some red in it. And there's another one over there. It's pretty.
Yeah, that's exactly what I told you. Many species of eucalyptus have been introduced here, but they're messy, they're fire prone, and they're too large for most landscapes. Very brittle. They lose their leaves. In the wind, branches come off. Yeah, you don't want to have your trailer parked under a eucalyptus tree. Okay, we're at the top of the botanical garden on the hill. This is the Pacific View Tower. Well and good, but if you can't climb on it, it's not really a tower. It's more like a upside down end table. However, there is the view right above the roofs of these multi-million-dollar homes is the Pacific Ocean. There it is. We're actually about 20 miles north of downtown San Diego. So, this is actually Encinitas, not San Diego. And this is another entry to the botanical garden. I'm guessing this is probably just for members because there's not very much parking up here and there hasn't been any traffic since we've been up here. And this describes the donors to the promenade. I don't know if you heard it, but there's a train off in the distance. It's probably Amtrak, or maybe the coaster. The coaster comes up here. The coaster is a local rail. Nice view, nice day. San Diego is a nice place.
This says it's a guest trail, so we will see. Look at the roots of this tree. They even go out here onto the walkway. That is another enormous tree with a lot of roots. Okay, we're getting ready to go into the bamboo garden. If you're from Southern California, you know that the Huntington Gardens up in San Marino has a bamboo garden too. And here's some of the bamboo. There's more of the bamboo garden. And there's a tree back here that has an interesting structure to it. Mixed in with the bamboo is a lot of flowers. And then over here is a tree with orange flowers.
Thai Mountain giant fishtail palm. This large, fast-growing palm has the fronds and grows over 50 feet tall. Okay, it looks kind of like a queen palm, but it's much bigger than a queen palm. And clearly it survives longer because queen palms don't last that long. They die. but this thing's enormous.
Yeah.
Wouldn't provide much shade, that's for sure. This is a little succulent called crassula. Sounds like that person we all have at work, you know. Hey, good morning, crassula. And she goes, rah. So.
This is a very colorful place. It's nice that they've mixed all these plants and bushes in with all the trees. I want some of these in our tiny home yard. But this is pretty cool. It's a little humid today, which is unusual for San Diego area. I love that gazebo up there. Lots of pretty flowers. This reminds me somewhat of the arboretum in Seattle that's on a hillside, and you walk in a circular pattern, and the arboretum there has lots of mixture of plants and trees and flowers and bushes.
I'm trying to catch the monarch butterflies. They're everywhere. They're just like everywhere, which is not surprising. Well, if you come to visit here, you'll get your exercise because it's on a hill and you gotta walk all the way to the top of the hill to see the interesting stuff that's at the top of the hill. There's no escalator, sorry. But that's good. Walking is good. We all need our steps. You'll get your steps here. there are signs here that talk about all the plants that have been imported into Southern California and are not good because they choke out the native plants. So there's signs about ice plants and all these other plants that are not good to be here in California. You shouldn't plant them. But meanwhile, they have 10,000 examples of those plants here just so you can see them. Okay, they're here. They're not really good, but here they are. Here's that sign, invasive plants in your garden. These are the plants you shouldn't plant. We've got a bunch of them here. You can go look at them, but you shouldn't plant them.